This conference will now be recorded.
We did if-else statements.
If-else, okay. So let's open our Anaconda Navigator. So far what we have done, is it fine or not? No problem, Akhilesh. Just 1 or 2 minutes. So far what we had done, is it any questions are there? If we have any questions, please let me know. I will try to answer it, and I will try to figure out the concepts what we left in a conditional statements for this particular class. So go to your specific folder, and it was in a control statements, right? So from the control statements, I discussed about simple if and else is done, right? Okay, so I hope these two questions we were done right. Now let's talk about elif later. So this elif later, it's a simple thing, but don't think much about it. I can explain, a simple manner. So let's take it. Yep. So now we are going to discussing about elif later. This is the another conditional statement. Okay. See, there are multiple tasks are there. Before that one, previous example or previous condition statements, there we have only two tasks are there. These two tasks are depending on the same condition. These two tasks are depending on the same condition. So if condition was returns the true, then one specific task was executed. If the condition was false, then another task was executed, right? So here, even we have two tasks are there. From that one, it will go for executing only one. It was doing only one specific operation based upon the a condition. This is we seen in case of if and else, right? Let me consider maybe you have the more than two tasks. So you may have the task one, you may have the task two. Just 1 minute. Just erase this drawing. Yes. Okay. Let me consider there are multiple tasks are there. Task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, task 5, and so on. You may have the n number of tasks are there. From this all task, it will go for executing only one task. It will execute only one task. Okay. So that particular situation, so this elif ladder will help you. Elif ladder concept will help you. Okay, see, previously you have an if and else, right? You have if and followed by the one condition and task one. So and we have else, and we don't have any condition. This else is depending on this condition only. If the condition is false, then else can be executed. So there we have only two tasks, then we are using the if and else. But when we have the multiple tasks are there, but among that all tasks, it will execute only one, then that particular situation, elif ladder concept will help you. Okay. See how this particular syntax will looks like. And if is followed by the condition one, and if this particular condition one satisfied, then the corresponding task one can execute. Okay, if this particular condition is false, then only it will go for the second condition. But to write the second condition, we cannot use the if again. We can use the combination of the if and the L. So elif we can use it, and this elif, it might be having the another condition. Let me consider this is my condition number 2. If this condition is true, then task 2 can be executed. Once task 2 is executed, what are the rest of the conditions or rest of the blocks are there, it won't be executed. If and only if this particular second condition was false, then it may have the another if block. Okay, so it may have the one more condition, and the corresponding task can be executed when this particular elif condition was true. Okay, for example, if this is fail, then only it will be go for the next elif. Okay, so this is the way it may go to the until unless all conditions are false. We don't have any limitation. We should use only a few elifs only. It's up to your choice based upon your logic. So when all conditions are false, then only the else can be executed. Okay, is it clear or any questions are there?
No
Akhilesh and
questions.
Rajesh, is there any question regarding about this one?
Clear.
Srilekha?
Yeah, I understood.
Okay, so this is the syntax, and let me consider we have the condition 1, condition 2, condition 3. These three conditions are true cases only. Okay, then what happens? See, first the priority will goes to the condition 1. Condition 1 is true, then task 1 can be executed. After that one, it never go for executed rest of the things. Okay, if the first occurrence of the condition is true, then the corresponding task executed. The rest of the conditions, even it is true, it won't be executed. That just remember that particular point. So can you note this particular syntax? Done?
Yep, I'm done.
Okay. So let's do a small program for understanding of this elif ladder. So write a program, find the salary, write a program, find the salary based on experience, based on experience level. Okay. So for example, level 1. So the condition is here, level 1. So entry level, right? For example, entry level. Okay. So entry level means what? So the candidate, he is having the 0 to 1 year of experience or 2 years of experience. That guy we are calling it say entry level position, right? Okay. And so and experience, I mean, so level 2 or senior level, junior level, or else manager level. Okay. So for example, level 2, level 2, level 2 is nothing but it's our below senior level. Okay, for example, software engineer. So if the guy is having the 2 to 5 years, okay, he is level 2 candidate. Okay, level 3 in the sense, so this guy is having the, okay, so team lead level. Okay, so the guy is having the 2 to 10 years of experience, then those specific person salaries are quite different. The hike is also little high. Okay, for example, if the candidate is having the level 4, for example, manager level. Okay, so project manager level. So if the candidate is having the project manager level, so his experience is in between, okay, and more than 10 years, whatever it is, 10 to 20 years of experience. Level 5, you know, so maybe is the product manager. Okay, instead of project manager, a product manager or so. If the candidate is more than the 20 years of experience, then his level is 5, right? For example, in entry level, his salary is, if entry level position, the salary is $1 lakh per annum. Okay, $1 lakh per annum. So for example, if the candidate is the in between 2 to 5 years of experience, okay, so maybe his level is it's a level 2, right? So in level 2, if experience in between 2 to 5, the salary is around, 3 lakhs per annum. Just assume, okay. So if the candidate is level 3, so if the experience is in between 2 to 10, then his salary is, for example, 7 lakhs per annum. Okay. And if the candidate is a project manager level, and if his experience is in between 20 to 20, for example, 18 lakhs per annum. Okay. And for example, if the candidate is more than 20, then his salary is, for example, 38 LPA. Okay, just think about it. We just need to go for implemented logic, okay, with help of this particular scenarios. Okay, so here experience is your input. So experience we should consider from the user. So with help of the input function, we can consider, so enter experience in years. So we can, if experience is, if experience is uh, if experience is more than 20, okay, more than 20 years, so would like to go for print the salary so much. As for our terms, as per scenario of a given problem, it's a 38 lakhs per annum, right? And for example, his experience is not more than 20. Maybe his experience is more than 10. Okay, more than 10 in the sense his experience is, if and only if this condition is false, then only it will, okay, whenever the candidate experience is more than the 10 to 20, in between 10 to 20, then the salary is around how much? 18 lakhs per annum. For example, even the experience is not more than the 10, maybe we can consider experience is more than 5 years, then whatever the salary we mentioned in the program, it's a 7 lakhs per annum. 7 LPA, right? For example, his experience is not more than 5, is an entry level, so experience is then, so the salary is around 3 lakhs per annum. Salary is 3 lakhs per annum. So here, this is the way you can position, then all conditions are failed, that means is entry level position, right? So that would like to go for print the salary is around 1 lakh LPA. Okay, so here we have an experience, and if experience is with some level positional, okay, so based upon that experience we are mentioning the salary. For the first condition is satisfied. Once the first condition is satisfied, even the rest of the conditions are true, it won't be executed. it's only execute the corresponding task, and it came out from that particular block. Okay, note this example. Hello.
Yep, I'm done.
Yeah, mine also completed.
Okay.
Done.
Okay, now we have another concept, which is elif or nested if. Nested if means blocks are containing another blocks. Okay, so that we are calling it say nested. Block is may have another block, so that we are calling it say nested blocks. Okay, so here nested if in the sense, if block may contains the if block may contains the if, or else if block may contains the if and else block, or else if block may contains the elif ladder block. It depends upon the situation, depends upon the logic. Okay, so if may contains the either if and else, either elif ladder. Some situations else maybe contains the if block, or else maybe contains the both either if and else, or else if may contains the elif ladder. Okay, and one more thing, we have a elif, right? So elif may contains the if block. Situation depends upon the situation. If may contains the if and else, and elif may contains the elif ladder again. Okay, elif ladder conditional blocks. So this kind of scenarios we are calling it say nested ifs, but the the syntax, it won't be changed. The syntax remains a constant. How the simple if is working in the same way, normal if, and inside of the if you may contain another if actually. So let's just take a small example. Write a program, find the biggest number or smallest number from three numbers. Okay, you have the three numbers are there. From that particular three numbers, you have to go for find the smallest number. Okay, so this same thing we can do with help of the only if only. Okay, so here a and b and c, there is some variables are there which is holding only numbers. So this thing, the same program, I just use only if blocks, only if blocks. So a greater than b, I can compare the a and b. If this one is satisfied, if the condition is satisfied, which means that small is a. Okay, after that one, I can compare the a greater than c, or else c, I can compare c versus a. If c less than a, if this condition is satisfied, then I can update the small as the c. Okay, so here if is containing the if. first I can compare the A and B. I feel that A is true, sorry, A is small. If A is small, I can update it as the small as A, and after that one I can try with C also, because of I don't know what is the value of C. So C less than A. So if C less than A, if this condition is true, instead of the small is A, I update it as the C. So every time this is a small is the variable which is holding only small data. So for example, if this is the condition is false, if this condition is a false, which means small value is the B, so that I can update the small as the B. I can update the small as the B, and I can compare the B versus C. So C less than B, because of B already smaller than A, so that I can compare the B versus C. In this particular situation, if this condition is true, then I can update it as the small is C. Okay, so once this if and else, so if is containing the if, else is also containing the if only. Okay, so this kind of scenario we are calling it a nested if. So we are going to printing the small value is, you're going to printing the variable small. Okay, so here value of A you can consider from the user, enter some value. Okay, same thing I would like to be used for the B, same thing I can use for the C also. Okay, so this is the program which is containing only if and if, else is containing the if. Okay, in this example 12.0 is a small number from this particular three numbers. Okay, same program what I can do, I can use the if and else inside of the if as well as inside of the else. Okay, so here I'm instead of taking this one, okay, so I can directly print the small is, I can directly print the value of C. For example, if this condition is false, this is the condition is for already A is small and I'm comparing C versus A. If this is the condition is false, means A could be the small, right? A could be the smaller than the C, so that I can print the small is A. The value of A is small. Okay. So meanwhile I can go and use the if and else in else block. Okay, but here I can compare the B versus C, B versus C versus B. If in case if my C value is less than the B, then small is C, otherwise B could be the small. Okay, so if and only if this condition is false, then only this else can be executed. So previous and this one are doing the same thing, but previous one if is containing the if, else also containing the if only, but this one if contains the if and else contains the also if and else. Okay, so now 45, 34 and 12. So in this particular example, small is 12.0 or not. So this is the way you may use the if may contains the if, or else may contains the if, or if may contains the if and else block, else may contains the if and else block. Note this example. Yeah, the program is same, but I'm doing in two different ways. Done? Akhilesh?
Yeah.
Okay, this program?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm giving a small program. Write a program, find the given year is leap year or not. How can you say that a year is leap year? And you can try yourself. I'm just giving you a 2 or 5 minutes of time. You can try yourself. I can tell you the logic actually. Okay, if a year, it must be divisible with 4. Okay, even though, and it is not divisible. Okay, when this situation also it's not a leap year, but if it is not divisible, then definitely it's not a leap year actually. Even if it is divisible with 4, it may be a leap year. Maybe a leap year. Maybe leap year. Okay, but not 100% sure. But if a number is not divisible with 4, then it's 100% it's not a leap year. Okay, if year is not divisible with 4, 100% it's not a leap year. So I hope you got my point, right? So even a number which is divisible with 4, it may be a leap year, but if it is not divisible with 4, 100% it's not a leap year. Okay, even a number which is divisible with 4, there might be options. There might be if, okay, if in case year is divisible with 400, year is divisible with 400, then it is leap year. 100% it's a leap year. Okay, and year is not divisible with not divisible with 100, then it's a leap year. If and only if a year is not divisible with 100, then it's a leap year. Okay, if in case else what happens? It's not a leap year. So if a year is which is divisible with 100, then it's not a leap year. Okay, but because of that one, we are first condition we are using as a 400, because of if something which is divisible with 400, which means that it is divisible with 100 or not. So that's the one I'm using. The first one is year, it has to be try to divisible with 400. If it is success, then it is a leap year. Next one is 100. If it is not divisible with 100, if this condition is not false, if this condition is false, then it will be go for this condition. If a year it is not divisible with 100, then it's a leap year. If these two conditions are false, then it's not leap year. Okay, so with help of this logic, can you try to implement your own program? Done?
Just 2 more minutes.
Sure. Okay, good, Akhilesh. Srilekha done? Rajesh?
Still working.
Here I would like to introduce a small thing actually, hacker rank. So if you want to practice yourself or if you want to check your skills in Python programming language or whatever it is, hacker rank is the website, and hacker rank, hacker earth, lead code. Okay, so you just click on the prepare, and so there we have Python option is there. You just click on it and try to solve it, whatever the questions you already know it. So if you just select unsolved and problem solving basic, Python problem solving advanced and intermediate, okay, and easy and medium, the hard, you can select this all, and introduction, basic data types, and so we can try this all things. I think this 2 days it's a free only, right? So what we can do, we can go to this particular hacker rank and try to be solve some questions and try to get at least 3 to 4 stars over here. Okay, so for every points it was getting a star. Okay, every some points you will be getting some stars actually. Try to get a 5 star, try to be get 5 star, but initially at least we can get 2 or 3 stars. Okay, any questions?
No questions.
Okay, so as of now we were done the only conditional statements. From the next week we are stepping into looping statements, then functions also we done, right? Functions concepts is done, right? Oh yes, functions concepts is done. Yeah, so modules and packages we can we'll try to cover the next week control statements and data types. So I was not completed the data types: string data type, list data type, tuple data type, set data type, dictionary data type. We will try to cover those particular part by next week. Okay, take care, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.